Feed me your heart, call it food for thought. I'm hungry for something more than lessons of toy. I always knew what I wanted, but not what I had. It's funny how clarity comes with the best. So scatter your seeds and grow as you please. Just beware of the winter that turn you to weeds. Look inside with awkward eyes as children dance and sing ba-da-da-da-da. Push the hands just out of time and let last minute slip by.
Well, let me just say that this is like my 5th trip to Western Kentucky, and I really enjoy this. This is so fun for me to be amongst you and to hear the stories and to see what's beginning here. And I think we're going to look back. This is the start of something in this area of the country, and I think that we're going to look back and say this was the day that it actually turned around, and we began to see a much more entrepreneurial environment and a lot more activity in this area. So I firmly believe that what we're doing here, what the people at Hopkinsville and Madisonville and this whole region are doing is really going to have a significant impact, so I'm really pleased to be here. I wanted to close with one little story just to encourage you. When I first started teaching at Pepperdine, I had a young woman who came into my class and she had just lost her job. And she had been working in a bank. She was at Wells Fargo Bank and she lost her job. And she was going to finish her MBA anyway, and so she decided, she was on a finance track, but she decided to switch over to entrepreneurship because she thought that might be more relevant, right, since she didn't have a job. And so she came into the classroom, and I said to her, like I do to a lot of my students, I said, well, what are you passionate about? You know, what are you really excited about? And she said to me, scuba diving. So I said, well, this is really cool, scuba diving. I don't know a lot about scuba diving, but it sounds really interesting. She says, oh, I love scuba diving. I dream about scuba diving. Scuba diving is what I want to do my life, my whole life. So I said, great, okay, let's do a little plan. We're going to do a little business plan for you. And I said, you know, what's the plan going to be about? And she said, pet sitting. And I said to her, pet sitting, really? She said, yeah, she could see herself doing that. I said, well, okay, we'll help you with pet sitting, but it doesn't sound like that's really what you want to do. She said, well, I know I can do a pet sitting business. I've been doing pet sitting, so let's do a business plan. Now, what I knew right then, what she was telling me was she was going to start a business on something that was very familiar to her because it felt very comfortable. And that's really not a great place to start a business. You should be starting businesses in areas where you're just a little bit on the not comfortable, right? It's sort of new and innovative, and she's going to do pet sitting. So anyway, we spent the whole summer writing a business plan on pet sitting. We wrote a fantastic business plan on pet sitting. I mean, it had remote video cameras, you know, watching dogs, and it had ways to respond to Fluffy over the internet, and we had all this kind of stuff. It was really cool. 2 weeks ago in the class, left in the class, she comes to me and she says, I'm not going to do pet sitting anymore. And so what happened? She said, well, I was on a dive, and when I was on the dive, she's a small woman, she had to carry these scuba diving tanks. And these tanks are like 50 pounds apiece. I'd never ever picked one up before. I didn't realize how heavy they are. And so she had to pick it up out of her car, she had to take it down to the dock, load it onto the boat again once they're done, back on the dock, back up to their car, and load it into the trunk, right? Plus they have the weights, and plus they have the wetsuit, and plus they have the fins and the whole thing. They got to do all this stuff. So she said, you know, it dawned on me, and she says, I'm watching all these other people trying to schlep their stuff around, and they've got all these kind of things that they sort of wired together, and wheels they put on different places, and they're all moving down, but nobody has a system for transporting stuff down to the dock. And so she, in a little napkin on the way flight home, she pencils out this little dolly, which she came to call the tank dolly. And she got so excited about this dolly because she said, you know, really, the reason I wasn't going to do diving before, scuba diving, was because I thought the only thing I could do was a dive shop, and there's plenty of dive shops out there. But here's what happened. She saw a what? A need. A problem. There was a problem. It was a very real problem. And she looked at it, and she goes, there's got to be a solution for this. And so she's doing a little bit of time, not a lot of time, thinking about what the solution would be. She came back, and she had a partner who knew something about manufacturing. In about a 3-week time, she had gone through the patenting process and had a patent pending, had done a provisional patent. And she began working out her manufacturing. So long story short, you can go online and you can see the name of the company is called Shark Bite. Her name is Shark Bite, really cute little logo. She's got this dolly that's got these special wheels that roll in the sand. She's developed it that way. You can put 2 tanks on it. It's got a place for your weights, got a place for your wetsuits, and your fins and all that stuff. And she's selling it. Now she's doing it part-time, but she would love to be able to make this a full-time business because she loves diving and she loves her product. It's a great, great story. Really happy kind of a person. It all begins with something you're passionate about. It all begins with a problem that you see, that you uniquely see. I would never have seen that problem. That's not a problem that would have occurred to me. So that's not a business I would have gotten into, but she did because it's her problem. And that's what's really cool about entrepreneurship, is it's about you, and it's about your unique problem and the solution you come up with and how you move that forward. And the idea here is to get as many people in Hopkinsville and Madisonville and in this county, Christian County, get as many people as they can moving that direction. Some of those are going to hit. And as those hit, the economy is going to go up. It has to. It's a numbers game. The more of you moving that way, the better. And I'll close with this little statistic in my area. When I first came to Pepperdine, we had probably 30 students studying entrepreneurship. And it was very hit and miss. The courses weren't very well laid out, and there was not much really going on in terms of businesses starting. I surveyed, this last year, I surveyed my students. Right now we have somewhere around 170 students moving through our program, and about half of our alums are involved in the process of starting a business. On the flight out here, the woman sitting 2 seats over, she heard I was teaching entrepreneurship at Pepperdine. She said, "Oh, my boyfriend is taking entrepreneurship at Pepperdine." And so it's starting to grow, and we're starting to see businesses and development and people exercising their imaginations and getting into something they're really passionate about. And when that happens, it lifts their life, and it touches everybody around them. It lifts the whole community. So I'm excited about entrepreneurship. I'm excited about what you all are doing here, and I just wish you the best. And if there's anything I can do to help you, if you want to contact me for anything, please feel free to send me an email, and I'd be glad to help out and answer any questions you have. You all have been a wonderful group today, so thank you so much for inviting me and letting me be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you again, Dr. Cox. Everyone spoke very pleasantly about your opening this morning. Got everyone on fire. We had some great session. I looked at your session, it was packed. All the sessions were packed. I just want to tell you guys, MEDI, this is our pleasure to put this conference together. If you look around yourselves, you see there's a very diverse audience from age, sex, to race. And that's really what our goal is always, is to try to bring people from different walks of life to work together toward a common goal, that being the development of entrepreneurship. The goal of this West Kentucky Presents Entrepreneurs, Inventors, and Innovators Conference was to try to help to ignite, inform, and promote potential and existing entrepreneurs, inventors, and innovators, and entrepreneurial activity throughout Western Kentucky. I believe we were able to achieve that. So just in our closing remarks, I'm not going to keep you long, we wanted to make sure that we were very impactful in our delivery of our conference. So I really want to give a special thanks to all of our sponsors. A lot of people talked about the different events and knowing more about the events. We have your information now on our emails. We're adding to our email database. You'll receive some email newsletters from us monthly. But we really want to thank the Hopkinsville Community College, Lee Martin, for all they've done to host this event. We thank the West Kentucky Workforce Investment Board for helping us sponsor this event, also in bringing in our keynote sponsor, our keynote speaker. We thank USDA Rural Development, Peterborough Area Development District, all their efforts in helping us to put this on. The Regional Business and Innovation Center at Mary State University. We thank the Christian County Chamber of Commerce. We thank Christian County Cares as well. Everyone enjoyed the Starbucks coffee this morning. We thank Starbucks. They provided that in kind for you all. Culligan Water, everyone has enjoyed your water. I'm looking around your tables. They provide that in kind to you all as well. And all of the great snacks and goodies, they were provided to you in kind by Kroger as well. So we really thank those organizations that provided what we needed. I was taught that there's no big U's, or big I's and little U's in team. And together everyone achieves more. So I really want to recognize our committee that helped put this conference on together, that helped gave some of the brain power to make it happen, to help contact some of our presenters, get information together. Loretta Daniel and Beth Ward, Regional Business Innovation Center. Would you guys please stand? Lee Martin here at the Hopkinsville Community College. Carter Hendricks and Jennifer Patterson at the Hopkinsville Chamber of Commerce. Jason Vincent with the Pennerar Area Development District. Again, I'm Henry Snorton, but my great assistant is Dahlia Luna. Please give her a round of applause. She's done a great job, a great person, and making sure all this information flows, packaged, order these things, and make the conference what it is when you bring the conference together. We also want to thank each affinity table moderator. You all did a phenomenal job, and you made the lunch session so much more special and memorable. We thank each program participant, from the mayor coming in at the beginning to each person that was a moderator for each of the sessions. Those little things count. They help make a session or conference good. We thank each of our volunteers from the Hopkinsville Community College, and our interns also from the Hopkinsville Community College. We have LaShonda Cooper, Alicia Thomas, and Shaboya Wilson. If I've forgotten anyone, please blame my head, not my heart. It's not that will be encouraging. If there's anything MEDI can do for you in the future, please give us a call. You see our brochure in there. We help all small businesses, women-owned businesses, existing businesses, no matter if you are a minority or if you are not a minority. Our name is our legacy. We help all walks of life in business. So the last comment that I'd like to make is we'd like to see you next year in Bowling Green, as West Kentucky University is going to be our host, and we're going to do it at the West Kentucky Center for Research and Development and give you guys a good opportunity to come out throughout Western Kentucky. So Doug Roy is going to be the host next year, and he's with the Central Kentucky's Innovation and Commercialization Center, just trying to give you guys more resources, more opportunity, and more opportunity to do well as entrepreneurs. Doug?
Thank you, Henry. Henry and I have been talking for a couple of weeks about what to do next year, and as I learned more about the charter for his organization and what he's doing in the western part of the state, which does include Warren County, so that's why I'm here. I'm pleased to play host next year to this conference. We'd like you to all bring your friends. Let's really get a big group. We're going to have a great venue for it at the Western Kentucky University Center for Research and Development in Bowling Green, and we look forward to hosting that and having a good time and getting an even bigger turnout. So hope to see you all next year.